And welcome back, YouTube, to what will be the third part in this stream of Against the Storm, Keepers of the Stone expansion, where I started from scratch. Where we left last off, I hadn't yet spent our food stockpiles from the last mission, so we have access to a couple of choices. Though they're maybe not super valuable. Well, maybe it's sort of forced here in this case, because I don't yet have the artifacts for that, and I don't have the machine parts for these two. Though I would like the machine parts to make the houses essential buildings. I just don't have them yet. So we're presented initially with three choices. We can do embarkation bonus, villagers, and plus 2% production speed, which would be nice all around. We can do Obsidian Archive, level 6, which give us the Rain Punk engines, which I do want to do, and we'll probably be... After we pick a choice, we're going to get another choice, effectively. So one of these choices will probably be these Rain Punk engines. We can do Unforeseen Riches, which is 1% boost to global production chance, to double yields, as well as being able to choose the embarkation bonus Herbalist Camp. Behind our Rain Punk engines is also an increased town vision range. And looking at it, I think right now the one I'm going to go with is I'm just going to go with the double choice up the middle here. We do need to be looking out and getting artifacts and machinery. Because my next one's probably going to be this one, followed by this one. And then we're going to kind of be stuck by the artifacts or machinery. So hopefully we find some artifacts or machinery quickly. And so we get back out onto the map. And with that improved vision range, we can go a little bit farther between cities. So we can see we can go towards the Overgrown Library here to get machine parts. Or we can go towards the Ruined Armory here to get machine parts. Old abandoned armory left behind after the Great War. No villagers will die when attacking a trader. Or we can try going towards the Overgrown Library, which is we get to choose one of the blueprints as a wild card, so we get to choose from all the unlocked blueprints. We are trying to go towards the Lead Seal over here, so I think the best way to go about doing this in my run is probably to do another Scarlet Orchard here, and do the one next to the Ruined Armory. We probably won't take advantage of the benefit that the Ruined Armory is providing us on map, which is the ability to attack the trader and not lose any villagers. Mainly because I very rarely feel it's worth attacking the trader. Attacking the trader will obviously make all the other traders less likely to show up. And if you're doing things with the traders, you usually want them to show up. Especially on fairly low difficulties like Veteran. This is going to be otherwise very similar to the last map we were on, just that we're going to get some machinery parts off of this one. So we can choose between beavers, or beavers and lizards. And yeah, that's the choice. We'll start with that as our starting resources. I think I'm going to do the beavers and lizards this time. If we get meat, the lizards will be nice, and there's a decent possibility of meat on this map. Well, actually, decent possibility of eggs on this map. They'll be nice for the eggs. Maybe not so much for the other stuff. Though we didn't have lizards in the last one, so let's go with lizards. This time we'll actually have access to the Rain Punk tech, which we may make use of. Big one there, big one there. About 5 small ones we can go into before we need to go into a big one. So the 2 random villagers we got were both humans, so we know we got humans, beavers, and lizards on this map. Granary, Weaver, Kiln, and Distillery. If I wanted to minimize how many trees I'm chopping down, the kiln might be very interesting because it's the best wood to coal conversion. Converts 10 wood to 5 coal. And coal, is it going to tell me here? Oh, it does tell me here. Coal burns for more than twice as long. In fact, it burns more than 3 times longer than wood. So we're getting 1 coal for every 2 wood, but you're getting more burn time out of it. So if you're using it to run the fire, that's how you want to go. And having a source of bricks, it doesn't need to be the best source of bricks necessarily, right? To be better than the base recipe. It's got a source of bricks, a source of jerky. But this isn't necessarily the best map for jerky. We've started with meat, but there's no necessary natural sources of insects and meat on this map. I'm going to be lured into that coal. Probably not the meta choice here. Usually I don't like houses when they pop up in these choices. You eventually get them as essential blueprints, and as a side effect they won't show up in these roles. So I'm not going to take the house. The house is probably decently strong, but the house out of R3 is probably actually the strongest of the lizards. So if I see the lizard house, I'll grab the house, but for the rest of these I'm not going to bother. We don't know yet if we need big camps, and we won't need until we go into the nearest glows. I'm going to go into the non-dangerous ones first, so we'll grab the herb garden. And I think the obvious choice here is the carpenter, because we need a source of well, we don't need a source of blanks, but we're going to want a source of blanks. And it's also a source of tools and puncture goods and such. I'm gonna go a little bit more timid on the woodcutting on this run, so we got less beavers. But I'm also going to be more aggressive at harvesting stuff out of our starting glade. We're going to need houses right away, so... Well, we don't need them right away, but I'm going to get them right away. With something like that as a pattern. We'll break into that one, into that one, into that one, and see what we find quickly. Patience grows slower during the drizzle season. Doesn't matter which videos are around, so it'll be fine. If we don't have them housed during the storm, they will take -5 penalty to resolve. So we're going to want everyone housed. If they're not housed, they take -2 penalty during the result of that during the storm, which gets worse the longer it goes. Global food production is slowed. Okay, we don't want to get that high then. Villagers, if you don't have complex food and clothing, have a chance of destroying yield. Okay, so we really don't want to get up to hostility 3. Don't currently have a way to use that grain. And the clay reeds is a really powerful effect for getting early fabric and bricks. In fact, I probably wouldn't necessarily... Given that choice, I would have gone with the grain any other time, other than maybe the first time we're breaking the blades right away. The first wave of breaking the blades is usually pretty valuable in that logic. Order choices. Shame we missed breaking the first glade, but we'll break into 3 more. I have no guaranteed way to make blight rot cysts, so we'll go with egg collection. I don't want to give you 25 of my starting food, though we're already gathering food. I can probably turn that in if we need to. Right away. We do... Actually, no, I do now have the way to make blight rot cysts, so I could have gone on the blight rot cysts. Whoops. And based on that, we'll probably use some rainwater. I'll probably get involved in that. Oh, we already have a clearance glade. Clearance water geyser. You know what? Let's get our people in so we can get them building their houses. Okay, and I now have enough beavers to work another woodcutting camp. We'll go out that way. Probably slow down the stone cutting to support the extra camp. Yeah, and as you can see, we very rapidly often break into higher hostility levels on veteran and up tends to do it very often, very quickly. Okay, broken into our second glade, which is the first one for the exploration idea. And another geyser. Finding lots of clearance geysers. Provisioner is clearance conveniently as well. While we're thinking about it, let's try to get some roads into these clearings so that we can have efficient movement through them when the time comes. We have a spare worker that I usually keep around for this exact purpose, to build roads. Oh, and I should also build, before I forget, build me benches. To get up to hearth level 1, to get that global +1 resolve. Okay, we're going to the first storm, which we should not have a problem with. Because we managed to keep everything hostility 1. That's good. We have found the Hermit. So this is basically a one-off merchant. Do I have enough to trade with you? That's the question. Actually, do I have a farm? Do have the herb garden. That makes the farm less pressing to pick up. So I maybe have like 17 amber, which if I were to buy like 15 amber worth of stuff is going to cost more than 17, right? Yeah, it's going to be like 18. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I want off of you. The thing I'd be most tempted for is probably the farm, which I think we can live without. And we broke into you, and there's our archaeological site. Which, similarly to before, we're going to want to do as soon as we get resources for. I have the bricks for it. Do I need the bricks? Well, I'm going to want the bricks for the kiln. So we're not going to rush to that right away, because we're not going to get a kiln going. Okay, I think I got the mic muted before I coughed. And with that done, we probably just want to start clearing space for industry buildings and such. No deposits near the herbalist camp. Do we have a place to move you to? Yes. So that's not a problem yet. More cornerstones and more workers. Master blueprint. Unlocks all advanced camps and fishing hut blueprints, but gathering and fishing speeds are decreased by 50% until you've harvested 300 resource nodes. Yes, please. Oh, 2. I get 2. Do you want 2 beavers or a beaver and a lizard? Lizard man. Let's go 2 beavers. Hopefully me being quiet meant the thaw filter filtered out the sirens going by. So I'm going to want you to prioritize. Actually, no, I'm going to want you to prioritize the coal. So go ahead and start making coal. I want there to be 25 units of coal available and well, whenever plausible. And then after that, go ahead and make up to 20 bricks. In theory, if you have any spare time left after that, feel free to make jerky, which presumably, hopefully, you won't be making a lot of jerky. Granted, I don't necessarily think we have the inputs for the jerky also, so... Orders. Risky expedition. Discover 2 dangerous or forbidding glades, which, yes, we will probably be doing. Meat diet or cellar. More likely going to be doing meat diet. Because we do have a way to make jerky. The difficulty there is going to be getting the meat, not attempting to do the recipe. That was a long siren. That emergency vehicle was taking a long time to go past. Or there was just that many. I'm not sure I really want to know which it was, to be fair. Okay, so we'll get the carpenter going soon. With that, we're probably going to start contemplating breaking into those dangerous glades. And we're gonna have the stuff to make the prisoner soon. Work it is an entirely different problem, but start it, yes. We don't have farmland to put the herb garden down. Here, once we have farmland to put the herb garden down, we're gonna put the herb garden down. Probably turn the roots into flour, and the flour into baked goods. The storm shouldn't be a problem. Storm kicks in, and we're positive on everyone. Yay! Okay, we got the next cornerstone. From the ashes, 2 wildfire essences for each 2 completed dangerous or forbidden glade events. Oil from flour. Or root delivery. I'm actually going to go oil from flour, because I know I'm going to be producing flour on this map, and that means we'll be getting oil fairly abundantly. Currently don't have any plans for oil, so I'm going to head and tell the place to burn oil as the highest priority. That means when we start making that oil, we will be using it to keep the place warm. Humans! We want to keep 2 around to work the first farm. I think a bunch of lizards as well. I'm going to assign most of them to the kiln right now, so we can get the coal and the bricks going faster. Send on the carpenter. No, we need someone on the provisioner to start making that flour. Yeah, someone on the provisioner will start making that flour. And then we'll respond once we break through to that glade. Food's a bit low. Oh, we got 15 units of food in here in preparation to make jerky when we get to that step. Okay, we broke into the glade. What is the danger about the glade? Fallen beaver traders. Sorry beavers, we're probably gonna rob them because I don't have 10 amber sitting around. I don't have the luxuries to ship, so... Highway robbery. We swear it wasn't us. Though we will be getting the loot. That wasn't that bad of a glade, so I am going to generate more risk by cutting into the next one, even as we're packing up that one. suppose there is also our farm. Won't be ready this drizzle, but we'll be ready next drizzle. Actually, I need to get through there quicker. Oh, already got through there. Okay, so the danger. Banish or mount. So we do have the stuff to banish it. I don't have the stuff to mount it. River Kelpie, a legendary shape-shifting aquatic spirit that lurks near water and mesmerizes travelers. It is said that whoever acquires the Kelpie's bridle will be able to control it. Okay, it's not good. So we'll get a random water geyser if we chase it away. Or I can mount it for 1 reputation. Mounting it's not going to be easy. What I have... Well, we did just get a bunch of stuff. Does that make it easier? Okay, so we could mount it. I am actually going to go with the small farm here, because then I can do grain purely for flour. And that leaves me the roots to feed people. And the flour plus the herbs from the one over here can be made into pies. And I think I am going to go with the mount option here. Wouldn't be that bad. As long as I have the workers to spare. Because he's going to stop a lot of my workers from working. So as soon as the guys finish here, I'm going to send them over to do this side as well. Or, well, I'm going to take one of them off to do this side. We'll unpack this side slowly. Rob the Dead goes away. I'm going to borrow one of you, so we actually have the 2 workers to work over here. And we'll go with the mount option. Upcoming storm. Let's not go into it on hostility 2 if possible.
Hey, do I oh? Yeah.
Carpenter is charmed. Kiln worker is charmed. Okay, that's fine. As much as I'd prefer my carpenters to keep working, we can live with them being charmed. We got more than one. Same thing with the kiln. We'll probably get charmed. 2 more will get charmed before it is done. Builder, okay, that's annoying, but I've still got more than one of those, and the stonecutter is a meh. I'm not worried about the stonecutter. have I built? I haven't built. Let's build a trading post before we get out, or at least queue it up to be built. Okay, and they put the bridle on it. Completed that event. Every villager with the need for education fulfills increases global production speed by 5%. Farsight or improvised tools. It's going to be between improvised tools and work safety guide. Don't know how I'm going to get education. Do I have a source of scrolls? I did on the last map. I don't think I do on this one. Yeah, no source of scrolls. I'm not going to gamble on the left one. Guild house. Beavers, beavers. This would make the beavers real happy. We haven't even started trading, so that's not a very good choice. Humans, beavers, so that make the humans real happy. As well as lower the hostility by 100, that's not bad. And then you only make the lizards happy. Well, you make everyone who eats meat stuff happy. We have a shortage of meat stuff, so let's go with the monastery here. Cornerstone. I already decided we're going to improvise tools. Farm is done, so people are going back to work. Let's cycle until we get people choice. 2-1 or 1-2? Probably want more lizards at this point. Use those 2 lizards to free up those humans, to send the humans to the farm. I'm going to borrow that human. Assign to the farm. No, the farm. Let's try to get our woodcutters going again at as close to full speed as we can. Okay, we can back it up slowly. And get woodcutters going. Okay. Got a cobbler to rebuild. We've got an exploration site to explore. Apparently it's probably going to be the bricks. But that's going to require more people. Or me to borrow people from some place to do the work. I only had one in the carpenter's hut. Or carpenter place. Actually, let's re-grab the stonecutter guy. Grab one guy off the kiln. I don't need that right away. I'm going to value getting the archaeological discovery moving faster. Because if I finish the archaeological discovery, that will provide my ancient tablets for my lost knowledge, which will be nice. Oh, you'd be pretty doable. Okay, so as soon as you're done, I'm gonna need you to build stuff. In fact, arguably I need you to build stuff now, but you can't do 2 things at a time. Stonecutter, are you actually on deposits? No. Arguably, that wasn't a very good dangerous glade to break into. Wasn't much in there. Human trader has arrived. +2 flour production is good, because we're going to be making lots of flour. You do sell tools. I've got lots of things that consume tools. We got 16 there that we need. 10 there, so that's 17, or that's 26. 22, so we could go up to 22 tools, which you aren't going to sell us that many. But we could go up to that many. And I think I have the resource to buy that, so we'll go all of you. Can I balance you with wood? That's a lot of wood, but I think that's an acceptable exchange for me. And yeah, I'm more in need of people right now than I am in need of stuff, apparently. Oh, I have a free worker that's now building things, okay. Charcoal, or the coal's not going to be a problem, it's going to be getting the luxury good side. Let's get those buildings built. Oh, and obviously we were building buildings because you finished, that makes sense. So now we're just waiting on the brick deliveries. Build the bakery, please. Because we need to be making our biscuits and pie. ASAP, apparently. In fact, actually make that the highest priority, because I've got flour. I just need the place to turn the flour into biscuits and pie built to assign people to make the biscuits and pie. Make me biscuits and pie, please. ASAP. The power of drizzle. Okay, and we won't have the workers to work this until come next drizzle. Well, there is a alternative way of doing it, and that's I can pull the woodcutters now, or pull some woodcutters now. Assign the woodcutters to run it. And that means we should be happy going through the storm. Oh, apparently both humans and lizards like working at the monastery. So I get either spare lizards or spare humans. They'll get assigned to the monastery to free up beavers to go back to lumber camping, probably. Okay, that is the storm past. Book of Water. Fish, scales, or algae. Do I have any ponds that I know of? No, I know of... Well, no, I have one pond. One pond. Let's go Book of Water. Because if I go ahead and fish up that whole pond, that will trigger the Book of Water. So we get a 5% double chance globally. It'll be nice. There's my people. 5 either way. I do want more lizards and humans right away. Human to work the farm. Human work to monastery. The lizards. Let's use the lizards to fill the rest of the monastery. You go back to Woodcote's camp. You go back to Woodcote's camp. And I've got 2 beavers. Where to send my beavers? Well, I want to keep 1 beaver around for working on various things. Well, we're working on building stuff mainly. You know what? I'll do that thought process during the break, looking at the time. So if you're watching on YouTube, I hope you've been enjoying this. There'll be another part coming up tomorrow, because I'm going to record 1 more part. If you're hanging around on Twitch, don't go away. I'm just going to go ahead and let the YouTube go. I'm going to make the decision and then probably call YouTube back. So if you're watching this, I hope you have been enjoying it, and see you in the next part. See you in a bit.